despite all his enormous knowledge, is cynical and weary of life. He is visited by Mephistopheles, who offers him a pact, a lifetime of service to Faust, in exchange for his soul. Faust's happiness is the key. When Faust feels happiness so great, he wishes he could stop that moment forever. He must die, and his soul is damned to hell. Faust agrees to the pact and signs it in blood. Mephistopheles proceeds to serve him for many years, taking him on many adventures and trying to trick him into happiness.
Why bring me to these empty hallways? There, in the courtyard's motley mix, the chances are far greater always. For merry jokes and wicked tricks. For merry jokes and wicked tricks.
Your act is old. I see right through. It's threadbare, like a worn-out shoe. You simply use these back and forths to wiggle out of your words. This matter cannot be delayed. The king and court refuse to wait. I promised them a show of corporeal Helen and Paris in their form ideal. They're all excited with anticipation, so get to work without hesitation. Their expectations cannot be betrayed.
It was a reckless promise that you made.
You overlooked this little hitch. A big success of your ruse meant these people, once you made them rich, immediately demand amusement.
The matter is not so straightforward. It must be diligently planned. The road is steep and winding onward into a dark and distant land. Retrieving Helen is much harder than fantasies of paper gold. My imps and witches come when called. Here you can count on my ardor. Greek heroines, on the other hand, are squarely out of my command.
The same old song. You taunt and tease. Each time for you, I have a task. It does not matter what I ask. You charge ridiculous new fees. Pronounce some weird incantation and bring her straight to this location.
The pagan hell is far from mine. Our businesses don't intertwine.
Oh!
But there's a way.
Reveal the secret, please.
I will, although I don't feel at ease.
Three goddesses reside upon a throne, beyond all space and time, in isolation. Their mere mention gives me trepidation. They are the mothers.
What? The mothers?
Blown away, are you?
It sounds so bizarre.
My friend, that's how mysteries are, and how they should be. Gods are given names by humans like yourselves. Although, to find them you will some other time. Now you must find them. And for that, you have only yourself to blame.
Where's the road?
Nowhere. For their world cannot be accessed, measured, or observed. Not often sought, nor entered. Are you ready? No bolts or locks to break. Their land is empty. You'll face much loneliness in this pursuit.
Can you survive a perfect solitude?
No quicker way of ruining my mood. I roamed the world. I learned its very texture. I studied it to death, and then I let you. But all in vain, just emptiness I grasped. Embraced it, and as time and people passed, retreated to my hideout from it all, where, not to lose my mind, I sold my soul.
Believe me, even in the boundless ocean, you notice objects, mass and outline. You venerate the waves in constant motion. forgetting that your life is on the line. You watch the playful dolphins having fun, the moon, the stars, the clouds, the sun. But in that wasteland, you can rest your eyes on that nothing from horizon to horizon.
I'm ready in your nothing land austere. I'll find my everything and bring it here.
A compliment to you before we part. You're quite an expert in the devil's art. Here, take this key.
This little trinket.
Oh, you snub it for its size? Rethink it.
It burns my hands. It shines and grows in size.
See? Judging at first glance was not too wise. This key will take you down into their realm, straight to the mothers.
I'm overwhelmed. Why can't I hear this word without shock? As if by lightning I'm thunderstruck.
Are you afraid of hearing new words? I want to rest on things already heard? Perhaps it is time for you to learn to face the novelty and oddity. Embrace.
I'm proud I still possess the sense of awe. The coma of the soul is man's great flaw. Accept the unfamiliar and diverse. It gives you oneness with the universe.
Well, go on, descend. Or should I say ascend? Depart the world of common solid form and enter the realm where prototypes transform, where all life's forms begin, exist, and end. One thing I, however, recommend. You keep those pesky templates at a distance. So wield the key, curtailing their persistence.
This burning key has gotten bigger. It fills my heart with strength and vigor.
Now, when you see the altar in the mist, you will have reached the deepest pit of the abyss. You will see the mothers by the tripod's light, drifting together, splitting, reconvening. Eternal changes bring eternal meaning. Reincarnation's never-ending right. They only see the outlines of essence. You may approach, but they will not feel your presence. Walk straight toward the tripod with the key, and touch it bravely with authority. Not bad. Then wave the key and travel back. The tripod will be flying in your tracks. Before the mothers notice they've been robbed, returning safely on the wings of joy, you will stand here, finishing the job, retrieving Paris and Helen of Troy. For he who survives the daring enterprise deserves to summon heroes as his prize, transforming vapors in our magic show into the perfect images they know.
How do I start?
Stamp your foot twice. Once now, once before the rise. I hope the key still has its form and knack. I wonder if we'll ever see him back.
You promised us a spirit demonstration. The king is anxious with anticipation.
He has inquired several times today. You're disrespecting him with your delay.
That's why my colleague locked himself away.
From everyone.
In silence and seclusion, he labors hard to find the right solution. To put the long-lost beauty on display. To penetrate the world of mystery, one must possess true magic mastery.
We do not care by what art His Majesty demands you start.
One word, kind sir? I'm pretty. Am
I not? But summers taint my skin with ugliest spots. When I go out, everybody cackles. Have you got any remedy for freckles?
Oh, it must feel terrible for such hot things to turn into a leopard every spring. You take fresh frog spawn, mix it with toad slime, boil it in a crucible till clear. Apply it on your skin at full moon's time. Next May, you'll see your freckles disappear.
The crowd gathers. I must seize my chance. I froze off my foot, and now it hurts me. I cannot step on it. I cannot dance. What's even worse, I cannot do a curtsy.
I'll step on it.
Oh, that's one way to court.
Oh, child, I am not doing this to flirt. For like cures like, you see, that is my trick. Foot cures foot. Each member has its brothers. With reciprocities, you need not bother.
Ouch! Oh, mister, like a horse's hoof you kick.
But now your pain is gone and you are able to play your footsies underneath the table. Oh.
Oh, let me through.
Down.
Sir, will you hear my plight? He was my love as recent as last night. Today, without shame, with her he flirts. He turns his back on me. I know it hurts.
Yes, a serious matter. But not hopeless. Here. Choco. Mark his coat or shirt. Somewhere he is not likely to notice. Remorse will torture his unfaithful soul. But that charcoal, later, you must swallow it. Without wine or water. Sigh no more. That very night, he will come right to your door.
But it's not poison?
Why, that's some critique. This charcoal is exceptionally rare. It was taken from a stake of heretic, delivered from afar with proper care.
I am in love. She says I'm still a child.
Who do I turn to first amongst this pile? You chase the young ones? My advice is stop! Try cougars. They are bound to eat you up. It's a stampede. More people have amassed. I'll be reduced to telling truth at last. Oh, a dreadful thought. Things looking dire, though. Mothers. Mothers. Let my Faust go! The lights are dimming. The entire court is on the move, a glittering cohort. Through the corridors and vaulted galleries, they pour into the spacious room and freeze. The hall of knights can barely hold them all. They fill it up, a spectacle of riches. Lavish tapestries adorn the walls. The armor shines out from the nooks and niches. Without sorcery and magic spells, the ghosts here come out by themselves.
I'm here to announce the performance. But things are not quite going in accordance with our big plan. These fussy ghosts refuse to follow it. I'm utterly confused. The chairs are set, the guests are in their seats. His Majesty sits by the wall at last, observing artful tapestries with scenes of our famous battles of the past. The court is ripe and ready for the show. The benches are combined in the back row so couples, with their titillations fanned, by sorcery can hold each other's hand. The crowd is restless, conversations fade. Men, women, for the spirit show await.
Begin the show! His Majesty proclaims. The curtains part, as if consumed by flames.
The wall is gone. We feel expectancy.
Some real magic you are about to see. A pretty stage appears out of thin air. The scene begins to deepen and extend. The hall is shining with a mysterious glare. And I to the proscenium ascend.
Here I am guaranteed your admiration, for prompting is my natural vocation.
My magic powers looking fully real. To us, an ancient temple is revealed. Like Atlas, it's unmovable and stable. A row of marble columns holds the gable. I think they are just there for the fluff. 2 columns surely would have been enough.
That's what they call classical, I see. It just seems clumsy and heavy-set to me. I am not holding it in high esteem. I much prefer narrow Gothic beams, ogival, pointy arches please my eye. Our style is meant to lift our spirit high.
Let magic set your mind and spirit free. Magnificent and daring fantasy. Just focus on your innermost desire. Belief in the impossible inspired. Behold the wizard in his garb and wreath. He'll finish what he started. From beneath, the tripod rises. I already sense the smell of fragrance, musky and intense. He now proceeds to bless this work of his. I take it from now on, it's pure bliss.
You mothers, sitting on your throne, in endless space, eternally alone, and yet in company. Above your heads float images of life without life. All things that once existed now strive to come to you and to become eternal. All-powerful, you sow the seed that spreads to rooms of daylight and to vaults nocturnal. The stream of life brings most to fruition.
Yet some are captured by a bold magician. By gaining people's confidence and faith, he makes them see the miracles they crave. He taps the tripod with his glowing key. The vapors drape the altar rapidly. The room is soon completely filled with smoke. A swarm of phantoms billows and pulsates. And now of this act, the masterstroke. Their drift in lovely music resonates.
Oh, the airy tones accompanying their visit become an airy melody. Exquisite. Oh, the columns and the triglyphs slightly tremble. Song fills the entire temple. The mist begins to clear, and a gorgeous, serene young man out of the cloud emerges.
All further explanations would embarrass. Who would not recognize the famous Paris?
Such lovely youth in blossom. What a cutie.
Fresh like a peach he is, and just as juicy.
Such puffy and delightful upper lip.
A cup from which you would be thrilled to sip.
I see a shepherd boy. I see no prince. He's got no courtly manners. I'm convinced.
Half naked? Yeah, I guess he is a charmer. Now, let's see him wearing a full armor.
He sits down. So adorable and sweet.
You think his lap would make a cozy seat?
He puts his lovely arm over his head.
How awkward. Does he think he's in his bed?
You men are all too quick to criticize.
He's wallowing in front of the royal eyes.
It's just a play. He thinks he's all alone.
This impropriety I can't condone.
He's asleep now, and by dreams beset.
Oh, perfect. Snoring heavily, I bet.
So this is Helena? I don't get the hype. She's pretty, yes. She is not my type.
There's nothing left for me to do. I swear, upon my honor, I can now declare the perfect beauty. I need fiery tongues, for beauty always inspired songs. Who's seen her once is burned to ash by this. Who once possessed her felt the perfect bliss.
Am I still breathing? Have I still got eyes? My mind is flooded by this radiant torrent. My empty quest has yielded me this prize. I used to think the world was bleak and boring. Since I became your servant, I acquired new love for it, established and desired. May I altogether cease to breathe, if back to the mundane world I should leave. The image that I saw in witch's mirror was pale, a faint illusion of your shine. To you I pledge all powers divine, the paragon of passion, never clearer, the essence of all beauty, and the endless source of desire, adoration, madness. All that I seek, all pain of restless heart.
Do not break character, just play your part.
Her head is small, her height and figure good. She has an oversized and clumsy foot.
No princess in the world is this ideal. She is a perfect beauty, head to heel.
She glides towards him, looking so seductive.
Compared to him, she is so unattractive.
Shines her rays at him, illuminating.
Endymion and Luna, it's that painting.
Indeed! The goddess, downward she slips, and drink his breath right out of his lips. A kiss? I'm jealous. I can barely watch.
In front of everyone. This is too much.
She's fond of him? That brat?
Be quiet, will you? And let them do whatever. It's their nail you.
She sneaks away now. He wakes up at once.
Of course, she stops, demanding him a glance.
He looks at her and marvels at the view.
Believe me, boy, to her, it's nothing new.
She turns around and walks to him with poise.
Now watch, as she will make men out of boys. You men can be so dumb sometimes. Whatever. They all believe they are the first to have her.
Go! She is majestic to the core.
I have no problem calling her a whore.
With him, I would just love to trade my place. Who wouldn't want to get caught in her web?
The treasure traded hands. It's been grabbed so often that the gilding's been erased.
From her 10th year, she's been damaged goods.
One takes what he can get. Sometime it pays. I would be fine with keeping the remains.
As I observe them, I believe I should weigh in if she is real or imitation. The present tends to spring exaggeration. Let's stick to documents. They all conclude she was a stunning beauty, back to front. The grizzled, bearded Trojans were all stunned. Our circumstance is similar, I guess. I'm old, and yet I'm thoroughly impressed.
A boy no more. A hero he becomes. Embraces her, she's helpless in his arms. Ignoring her resistance, lifts her up. Kidnapping her?
How dare you, rascal! Stop! You let her go this second! Are you deaf?
You foolish man! You're doing it yourself! I get it now. This is a production of that old play, The Helena's Abduction.
Abduction? What? Do I not have voice? Do I not have this key clutched in my hand? It guided me through emptiness and void, and tides invisible to the firm land, and firm I will be. I will stand and fight. My human mind will battle with the spirits. This is reality, they will abide. I'll save her twice as our two worlds collide. She might be far, not beyond the limits. Oh, mothers, hear my plea below. Who knew her once can never let her go.
Stop! Faust, stop! He's beyond control. He seizes her. The vapors dissipate. He turns to lay the key on Paris. Wait! A flash! Oh, Faust, you will kill us all.
Come on now. Come on. Oh, what a way to travel. A fool is too much for the devil.